Have you ever wondered how your favorite Kit Kat chocolate is made? Perhaps you've sat there, unwrapping that familiar red packaging, breaking off a piece, and while savoring the perfect balance of crunchy wafer and smooth chocolate, thought about the magic that goes into creating this delightful treat. Well, wonder no more. We're about to pull back the curtain and reveal the fascinating process that brings Kit Kat from the factory to your fingertips. Join us as we take a journey behind the scenes to the Kit Kat factory. Before we delve into the process, let's take a trip down memory lane. The story of Kit Kat began in the early 20th century, when a company named Rowntree's, based in York, England, introduced the chocolate-covered wafer bar to the world. The name Kit Kat was registered in the late 1930s. Over the years, this simple yet tasty treat has undergone several transformations, and today it is owned by Nestlé, a Swiss multinational food and beverage company. But the journey wasn't always smooth sailing. The brand faced several challenges, ranging from recipe changes during the Second World War, due to a shortage of milk, to a total factory shutdown in the 1980s due to a workers' strike. Yet, through all the ups and downs, Kit Kat has remained a beloved treat worldwide, with its iconic break becoming a part of popular culture. Now, with a better understanding of Kit Kat's rich history, we are ready to explore the manufacturing process. The magic of Kit Kat begins with its ingredients. Imagine a symphony where each instrument plays its part to perfection. That's how the Kit Kat ingredients work in harmony. First, we have the heart of Kit Kat, the cocoa beans. These little gems are sourced from some of the finest cocoa farms globally, ensuring a rich and intense chocolatey flavor. Next up, we have skimmed milk. This isn't just any milk, mind you. It's carefully selected from local dairies and adds a smoothness to the chocolate that's hard to resist. The third key player is sugar, and not just any sugar. It's finely ground pure cane sugar, lending a sweet melody to our symphony. But wait, there's more. Let's not forget the wheat flour. This integral ingredient is what gives the wafer its light, crispy texture. It's the crisp that adds rhythm to the chocolate melody. And finally, we have the palm oil. It's sustainably sourced, mind you, and it's what gives the chocolate its glossy, mouth-watering look. With these ingredients at hand, the Kit Kat manufacturing process can begin. The first step in the creation of a Kit Kat bar is the preparation of the chocolate. The journey of a Kit Kat bar begins with the humble cocoa bean. These beans, harvested from cacao trees around the world, are the heart and soul of our beloved chocolate. But transforming these beans into the silky smooth chocolate that graces the wafer layers of a Kit Kat bar is no easy task. The process begins with the grinding of the cocoa beans. The friction from the grinding process generates heat, which melts the cocoa butter contained within the beans. This forms a thick, viscous paste known as chocolate liquor. This is not an alcoholic beverage despite the name, but rather the basis of all chocolate products. Following the creation of the chocolate liquor, it's time for the addition of sugar and more cocoa butter. The quantities are carefully measured to ensure the perfect balance of sweetness and creaminess in the final product. The next step is conching. This is a process of vigorous mixing and aeration that lasts for several hours. Conching is crucial because it helps to refine the texture of the chocolate and develop its flavor. Imagine it as a sort of chocolate spa day, where the mixture is smoothed, relaxed, and pampered until it reaches the perfect consistency and taste. After conching, the chocolate undergoes a process called tempering. This is where the chocolate is carefully heated, then cooled, and then gently reheated again. This process gives the chocolate its glossy finish and that satisfying snap when you break a piece off a Kit Kat bar. Once the chocolate has been tempered, it's ready to be poured into molds. But not just any molds. These are specially designed to create the unique shape and size of a Kit Kat bar. The tempered chocolate is poured into these molds, ready to embrace the crispy wafer layers in a sweet, chocolatey hug. Once the chocolate base is ready, we move on to the next step. The second step involves creating that unique Kit Kat wafer. So, how do we craft the heart of every Kit Kat bar? The process is an intricate dance between precision and care, all to achieve that perfect crunch that we all know and love. The journey begins with wheat flour. This isn't just any wheat flour, mind you, but a specially selected variety that's finely milled to create a smooth and even texture. The flour is then blended with sugar and a few secret ingredients to form a dough. Oh, if only we could divulge what those secret ingredients are. But alas, some mysteries are best kept under wraps. Once the dough is mixed to perfection, it's time for the baking process. The dough is spread evenly onto a large baking sheet. It's crucial to maintain an even thickness throughout, as this ensures the wafer is uniformly crispy. Then, the dough is baked until it's golden and crisp, a process that requires a keen eye and precise timing. After baking, the wafers are cooled and inspected. Any wafer that doesn't meet the rigorous quality standards is removed from the production line. We're not just making a chocolate bar here, we're crafting an experience. The wafers are then cut into the classic Kit Kat shape and layered. The number of layers? Well, that's another one of our closely guarded secrets. But let's just say it's enough to give each bite the perfect amount of crunch and texture. Finally, each wafer is tested for that iconic snap. Yes, you heard that right. Each wafer undergoes a snap test to ensure it breaks with the perfect sound. It's a testament to the level of detail and care that goes into every single Kit Kat bar. With our wafer ready, it's time to bring the two components together. In the final step, the chocolate and wafer become one to form the Kit Kat bar we all know and love. It's a fascinating process that truly brings the magic to these delightful treats. Let's dive right in. After the wafer sheets are cut into precise bars, they embark on a journey down a conveyor belt. Here, they are showered in a waterfall of warm, creamy chocolate. This is where the wafer truly transforms into a Kit Kat bar. The chocolate coating process is a delicate dance of precision and timing, ensuring each bar is evenly coated with just the right amount of chocolate. It's a sight that would make any chocolate lover's heart flutter. Now, you might be wondering, how do they keep all that chocolate from melting? Well, that's where the cooling tunnel comes into play. This is a vital part of the process where the chocolate-coated wafer bars are cooled at a carefully controlled temperature. This cooling process solidifies the chocolate, giving it that signature snap when you break a bar in half. But that's not all. These bars then go through a meticulous inspection process. It's all about ensuring the quality that Kit Kat is known for. Any bars that don't meet the standards are removed, ensuring only the best of the bunch make it to the packaging stage. Finally, the Kit Kat bars are wrapped in their iconic red and white packaging, ready to be shipped off to stores around the world. Each package bar represents the culmination of a process that's been refined over the years, a testament to the craft and dedication that goes into making every single Kit Kat bar. And just like that, a Kit Kat bar is born. It's a process that brings together the perfect blend of wafers and chocolate, resulting in the Kit Kat we all know and love. So the next time you enjoy a Kit Kat, remember the journey it's been on to get to you. Over the years, the Kit Kat factory has been the site of some interesting events. Now let's dive into an anecdote from the early days of the factory. Picture this. It's the late 30s, and the factory is in full swing. One day, a batch of Kit Kat bars came out with a slight defect. They were all lacking the signature crisp wafer. Instead of discarding them, the factory workers decided to have a little fun. They held a blind taste test among themselves to see if they could still identify the waferless Kit Kats. Needless to say, the Kit Kat's distinctive taste stood out, even without the wafer. Fast forward to the 60s. The factory had a resident cat named Kit. Quite fitting, don't you think? Kit was a regular sight around the factory, often seen prowling the premises and, on occasion, even hitching a ride on the conveyor belts. The factory workers loved Kit so much that they created a special Kit Kat bar just for him, a chocolate-free version of course. Kit and his special Kit Kats became a beloved part of the factory's lore. In the late 90s, a factory worker named Joe decided to experiment with the Kit Kat recipe, just for fun. He swapped the milk chocolate for dark chocolate and added a dash of chili powder. The result was a spicy, bittersweet Kit Kat that was a hit among the factory workers. Joe's unique creation never made it to the market, but it's still fondly remembered by those who were lucky enough to taste it. These stories only add to the charm of the Kit Kat bar. From humble ingredients to a beloved chocolate bar, the journey of a Kit Kat is truly fascinating. We've uncovered the rich history of Kit Kat, explored its simple yet exquisite ingredients, and walked you through the intricate process that transforms these elements into the chocolate bar we all adore. We've also shared a few interesting anecdotes that add an extra layer of charm to this well-loved treat. Thank you for joining us on this delicious journey. Until next time, keep enjoying your Kit Kat breaks.